Hey guys, welcome back to Obsessed with Videos for another cinema ticket update. In this one, I've got 10 cinema tickets to show, and all of them are from a mix of cinemas, including Showcase, Cineworld, and Odeon, which will have been the third time that I've been to an Odeon cinema, because the previous times were in 2019 when I watched Shazam, and in 2022 when I watched the re-release of 1988's Die Hard. So without further ado, let's get started with them in the update. Starting with Captain America Brave New World, which is rated 12A. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on March 4th, 2025 at 12:30 p.m. and I was in Screen 9, Row E and Seat 11. Next one is The Last Showgirl, which is rated 15. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on March 5th, 2025 at 11:45 a.m. and I was in Screen 1, Row E and Seat 6. Next one is the 2025 re-release of The Big Lebowski, which was originally released in 1998, as you may or may not know. The film's rated 18, even though it doesn't say it on the ticket because the Cineworld Leeds cinema tickets for some reason, don't feature the age ratings on them. I don't know why that is. But another fun fact about the screening that I went to, this print of the film also had the old BBFC card at the start, the one that ran from 2003 to 2011. And then it was followed by the enhanced version, the 2005 enhanced version of the 1997 to 2012 Universal Pictures logo, albeit without the URL or byline. So this was probably a later digital cinema print from like the late 2000s or early 2010s that was sent out. Anyway, I saw this film at Cineworld in Leeds. It was rated 18. I saw this on March 6th, 2025 at 7:30 p.m. and by the way, March 6th was why it was re-released on that day is because Day of the Dude, and it was when the film was which I assume means when the film was originally released in 1998 in America, because from what I've seen, that March 6th, 1998 was when it was initially released. I think that applies to, at least in North America. I saw the film at 7:30 p.m. and I was in Screen 10 and I was in Row H and Seat 19. Next one is One of Them Days, which is rated 15. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe Leeds on March 10th, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. and I was in Screen 13, Row D and Seat 6. By the way, as you know, March 10th was Mario Day because Mar 10. Even though it's going to be another year until Universal Illumination and Nintendo release the sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is not coming out on March 10th next year. From what I gather, it's coming out in April, just like the 2023 film, but this time it's coming out, I believe, on April 3rd, 2026. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see from there. But that's over a year off anyway from now. Anyway, One of Them Days was rated 15. I saw it at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on March 10th, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. and I was in Screen 13 and I was in Row D and Seat 6. Next one is another Cineworld ticket for another re-release, but this time I saw it at the one in Wakefield. It's John Wick. the re-release of the original 2014 film that wasn't released in the UK initially until April 2015. So nearly a decade since its initial UK theatrical release. Speaking of, it contained the original DCP, or digital cinema print, from its initial release, because it retained the 2013 to 2019 BBFC 15 card, and also the 2011 enhanced version of the 1998 Warner Brothers Pictures logo at the start, and then followed by the usual Summit Entertainment and Thunder Road Pictures logos that are seen on all prints of the film. So with the evidence of them using all that kind of stuff at the start, like with the older BBFC card and Warner Brothers logos, yeah, it shows that they kept the DCP, or digital cinema print, from its initial release. And I gather they do that for most films that came out during that time, because most films were being printed on digital by then. And that since then and all that, since the early 2010s, it's become the standard format for releasing films to cinemas in the United Kingdom and Ireland. Anyway, the film is rated 15, as I just mentioned. I saw it at Cineworld in Wakefield on March 12th, 2025 at 7:30 p.m, and I was in Screen 9, Row K and Seat 22. Next one is Black Bag, which is rated 15. I saw this one at Cineworld in Wakefield as well, but I saw it on March 18th, 2025 at 2:40 p.m. or 14:40. And I was in Screen 9, Row L and Seat 12. Next one is Last Breath, which is rated 12A. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on March 19th, 2025 at 11:35 a.m. and I was in Screen 2, Row E and Seat 9. Next one is the Odeon ticket that I got, which is for Flow, the film that has no dialogue and won Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards a few weeks ago, and was only released in the UK just last week on March 21st. And it's also the one that was animated pretty much entirely on Blender. And it also has a load of opening logos at the start, which was really, which for a fan of opening logo, for me as a fan of opening logos, it was quite a good experience there. Although the main distributor of the film in the UK was Curzon, and the film was rated U. I saw it at Odeon Lux in Leeds Thorpe Park on March 24th, 2025 at 18:50 or 6:50 p.m. and I was in Screen 7, Row B and Seat 3. And also, one of the reasons why this film has a lot of opening logos at the start is because it's a European co-production between, I believe, France, Belgium and Latvia. Although the film was mainly made in Latvia, it still had a lot of European opening logos at the start. And from what I've seen, something similar applied to the Netflix film Emilia Perez, which was also nominated at the Academy Awards. Like that one, from what I saw on YouTube, had like over a minute, I think a minute and a half of opening logos, like with Netflix, Pathé, Canal Plus, and all those other companies, just to name a few. Anyway, now on to the final two tickets that I've got in this update, in which the first one, both of them are showcase tickets, and the penultimate one in this update is Marching Powder, one of the funniest films that I've seen this year so far. Probably humorous along the lines of Some Other Hood, which I saw back in 2023. That one was quite funny too, and that's a film that's quite similar to this. Anyway, the film is Marching Powder was rated 18. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on March 25th, 2025 at 12 p.m. and that was yesterday. And I was in screen 3, row E and seat 10. And the final cinema ticket that I've got in this update is one that I just got today and a film that I just saw today, The Alto Knights, the recent gangster film that stars Robert De Niro in a dual role. So basically in 2 roles in the same film. And the film was rated 15. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on March 26, 2025, which is today at 1:30 p.m, so just a few hours ago. And I was in screen 4, row E and seat 6. So that concludes this update, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and see you later.